In this video, we'll be going through how to create a roast curve in Cropster without using Roasting Intelligence using the roast curve editor. So the first thing you'll want to do is go to Roast and click Add a Roast. Once you put in all of your core roast information in, like the roast name, profile, machine, who did the roasting, which inventory you're pulling from, and how much you're roasting, you can create a roast curve by clicking on Create Curve or pull from an existing roast curve in Cropster. So when you take a created curve, what you can do is you can drag and drop your start temperature, change your turning point, so you can drag that down and get a different turning point temperature. Set your first crack temperature and your end temperature, so you can drag that off to change the end time if you'd like to. Let's say this is actually like a 13-minute roast. Cool. So then the next thing you can do is you can actually add additional temperature points. So let's say you already have your turning point, you have your charge temperature, your end temperature, and first crack. You can add additional temps by double clicking and then dragging and dropping to give you more of that like classical curve look. So once you've done that, you can go in, you can add your comments. So to add a comment, you can double click and you can add a comment based on time or temperature, or you can just double click to add that comment. But it's pretty simple. You can choose the comment type that you have. So first crack, update that, it adds it in. You can add color change. Add that in. Something you'll notice is this is in Celsius. When your account is in Fahrenheit, it'll by default pull up in Fahrenheit, and when you have your mouse on the graph, on the left-hand side, it'll show your temperature in Fahrenheit, and up at the top, it'll show what time it is. You also have the ability to change the duration, so if you want to just cut off part of that roast, you can do that, but that's more valuable when you're doing the working from an existing roast curve. So I'm going to go ahead and cancel that and say, let's copy a curve. So when you copy a curve to start, this works really well if you have a similar coffee to a roast, but you don't want to use that exact roast profile. So here's an example. We can take that, change our charge temperature, change where our turning point is, and then work from there, which is really nice because you already have your first crack, color change, turning point comments previously logged for you. So yeah, that's how you use the roast curve editor to create a roast curve. Once you're done and you put in all this information, you have the ability to mark that as a reference curve, and just so you know, you do have the ability to put in a 0 start weight so it doesn't pull anything out of your inventory for you when you create that roast. If you have any more questions, you can always go to help.cropster.com and submit a support ticket, and we're happy to answer whatever questions you have. Thanks.